Welcome to this reading from the Cards and Stars Academy. We join every Wednesday to practice readings and to learn new intuitive things. And I do offer a free trial. If you're interested, see the description for the link. I'm going to try this because we're doing a world event. It's called The Signs of the Times.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
Okay. Look at these. Do you ever watch when you're young, Twilight Zone? Look.
You know what? That is shows. There was a few episodes that I could watch, but that show freaked me out. I was way too sensitive for it.
How about we just say, what's the energy around Alberta separating? Does it look like it's
okay?
Will Alberta stay in Canada?
Okay.
That's more of a, I think that's the way I should rephrase that question.
Okay.
Will Alberta stay in Canada, right?
Okay.
So if we got lots of negative cards, that would mean no, not staying. Yeah. Okay. So let's pick something that looks like staying in Canada. It could be anything that.
Yeah.
Look what course. I found. Okay, and I found the globe.
Oh, and you found the globe. Okay.
Okay.
See, and I'm gonna go with staying the course.
Okay.
Because that would be whether or not that would be to move or to remain a part of Canada. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. This is so fun. Oh my God. Okay. So now we're going to do the next card, which was number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that was the 11 o'clock position on a clock, right? Top left.
Yep. Top left.
Face down.
Face down.
And then go all around the corners like a clock.
Yep.
So do the next corner. Ooh, I'm feeling good about this reading. I mean, I'm feeling like it's going to give us lots of
information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too? This globe card. Oh, tell me when you're done.
No, I'm good.
The globe card says possibility for one thing.
Yeah.
It says globe and possibility. Yes. It's also a 31, which 3 + 1 = 4. The number of stabilities and staying put within the 4 walls, so to speak, too. So that's interesting.
Very interesting.
Does your card have numbers?
No, these ones don't. There's only one, just my Colette Baron Reed ones have numbers. The rest of them do not. So.
Okay, are you ready?
Right. I am ready. Number 2.
Left corner. Yeah, number 2. Yep. And it would be the 11 o'clock position.
Okay.
Okay, I got mountains, obstacles. So.
Interesting.
There's obstacles here, of course. Yeah. And it's a 5, which means lots of change. And so there's lots of crap to navigate, right? And it's funny because Alberta has the Banff and the Jasper Mountains, right? Yep. So that's interesting. What did you get? I
got travel lightly, which is interesting. Because it's talking about simplifying.
This is like a road traveling.
Yes, traveling lightly. And this is, simplifying your life, which means also shedding.
Yeah.
Simplifying your life means it's shedding, meaning you're getting rid of a lot of kind of what holds you back. And so interesting of the staying focused or holding the course, which was my number 1 card.
Yeah.
And that is that there might be a lot of things that you have to give up. And so that's interesting where that connects is that like if Canada were to remain, it's talking about that you're going to have to relinquish a lot of things.
Wow.
Oh, so that's interesting. That is kind of interesting. All right.
Okay, well, let's finish our diagonal line because you know how we do. We look to see the outcome. Da-da-da-da. Will
Dun, dun, dun,
Canada? No.
dun.
Will Alberta stay in Canada?
Yes.
Oh, there's hope. I got the
Interesting.
rainbow on the fridge and it's called Hope. So it's looking like right now
Yeah.
that the energy is that they're staying in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
At least we'll see though. But
Mm-hmm.
there's hope there for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What
See, it's
did you get?
interesting because there also is like not only it will, Alberta stay. What we're asking is whether will Alberta will stay with Canada, but there's also, and this had just come to me too, is talking about the independence though. Like we may not cross over to become a part of the US, but there is more of an independence. And that's interesting that also goes with this is that if there is an independence sign, even though we're within Canada, country within a country,
Yeah.
there is a lot of things that you have to. Now, my number 5 card, or the period, is that there is fellow travelers and support is all around you. So there's a lot of people, and that's an interesting card because there is a lot of people on both sides.
Yeah.
So it's what camp is surrounding you.
Wow. Yeah, I guess
Right?
my hope, yeah, there's mountains and obstacles to the
Yeah.
possibility of separation. There's hope there. And like you said, it's quite, does it feel, I haven't looked lately at what's happening with it. Have you actually looked at the news lately or anything like what's going on right now about it? Because there was some activity
So
recently with Danielle Smith and all that.
there was. So my husband keeps me up to date on like a lot of that because he is my king of research.
Okay.
And it's interesting that, they're doing everything that they can to kind of quash us from crossing over to the States. But there is more talk of different ways that they're trying to work with Alberta. Some of it is the smoke show, but that's what they're kind of, and I mean, currently they're trying to oust Danielle Smith. So they are trying to recall her, and that in order to put a stop to some of this, because there is like a lot of things that she is creating, for you to be able to defend your home, for you to be able to. So she is trying to override a lot of that, which is impacting those who wish to separate and those who wish to become independent, because again, the federal government is trying to overreach. And so that's interesting because a lot of people, this is causing a lot of people to rise up because you're not going to take, and I mean, that's a pure Albertan and Saskatchewan thing too, though, is that, we do have a larger community of rednecks that it's like, you're not going to take from me. Like you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but you're not gonna take my ability to defend my home. And so there is a larger uprising of that. So again, will it be enough to cause a separation, or there is hope that there is a way of working together? Like, yeah,
Like
when
the
you pulled your
rainbow, where all
card,
the frequencies work together.
Yes.
Well,
And where mine is support.
I was just thinking, what is a rainbow? A rainbow is when you take a prism, like you ever watch Pink Floyd, the album, and you put the white, the regular, let's say the main source of light, and it gets cracked into different frequencies of light, right? The colors. So this shows separation of colors too, like like it almost, yeah, interesting. And then the globe colors look like chakra too. Like there's just a lot of that
Isn't it?
rainbow vibe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's pull the left column all to see what past
Okay.
influences.
Okay. So do we want to start with the lower corner?
Just pull them both. I want to see. So
Oh, okay.
I got achievement and enlightenment. Okay, there's a sense of there's been obstacles for Alberta in the past.
Mm-hmm.
There you know, they've made achievements and with the crystals, right? Like underground, you get crystals. So you could talk about the Alberta oil, for example, and you could talk about the
Yes.
bitumen and all
Yeah.
that underground stuff because
Mm-hmm.
crystals grow underground in the rock, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And when you and all that. So and then fracking comes to mind too a little bit with that, but whatever.
Yep.
There's been, achievements, monetary achievements probably in the past, obstacles with that, with the lotus flower, enlightenment, and there's a letter with postage, and I'm almost feeling like they're not getting
Yes.
recognized for it, or it's like,
Yes.
and I don't
Yes.
know, like the post office, like the it's like the communications. I almost felt it almost felt because it says enlightenment. And what's enlightenment when you're all no, and it's like Alberta's finally starting to be like they're being enlightened to the fact that we've been used for a long time now. And all our achievements and all our money, you know, you look at the mountains again, all this stuff is like not being recognized, and we're getting pissed off about that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
more people are becoming enlightened to the situation where we're being used like prostitutes. Okay,
Yes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say
Yes.
that online, but I'm gonna say it. But what did you get for your past?
So interesting. Interesting is that to go along kind of with not getting the message and with your crystals, it was interesting because I got Journey by Moonlight, which is magic, and believing in the magic. And I also got Voyage of the Heart, which that love grows through you and to you. And it was interesting is that, there is a lot of love for our money, for what we're spending. And
Ending.
but
Yes.
Alberta, yes, but Alberta is noticing that there is a lot of love within us, that we can rise up, and we are now becoming being able to understand that we're receiving our own love, because the message isn't getting through. The message is that, yeah, we want your money, but we don't want your oil. We don't want, because we want to shut you down. But they're not understanding that if you shut down the oil, you shut down the money, honey.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And where the magic is, the Journey by the Moonlight, is that believing in the magic, we are, in a lot of sense, what is going underground with the crystals, with what is going underground, people are rising up, and there is a lot of magic in that there's a lot of people who believe we can just be pushed over, we can be starved out, and there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes.
With the moon, illusions. And the journey
Yes.
thing, and then with the mountains card obstacles, having the road, and that it reminded me a lot of that truckers convoy where there was a lot of Alberta was involved quite a bit with that
Oh
going all
yeah.
the way. And
Mm-hmm.
I even had some friends that had donated to the truckers cause so that they could have food and water, but then they got in trouble by the government and they shut down their bank accounts and all that
Yes. My
overreach.
husband had that happen.
Wow. So that's
Yep.
very, very
Yeah.
interesting. Oh my God. Look at this. Never give up. That's
Yes.
literally what it says. And it says motivation in the presence. Never give up. So there is it says banner, like it's a banner and it says the word banner.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in the present right now. Something's happening. There is a movement a little bit there. And then I
Yep.
got traffic cone, which was caution, and in the present too. So there's a lot of cautionary things going on too right
Yes.
now.
Oh
And
my gosh, I just got goosebumps.
oh, what did you get
Oh my
in the
gosh.
present?
So the view from above, get the big picture.
Oh my God.
So does that not, like, wow. And then I got in the flow, which is everything is smooth sailing. And interesting, if you look at this is a Christmas theme.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things that are going to come out right around this month, like before, yes. So I'm getting a time, and this is present. This is right now.
Right.
But
it looks like there's some cautionary tales about that. We'll see. Or somebody's trying to restrict in some way, because traffic cone is be careful in the road, right?
Yes.
There's some trouble
there's trouble ahead.
Too.
Yes.
Ooh, I wonder what that's going to be. Well, we're going to night.
Yeah.
After this, we're going to night the cone to some things and see what that's about. But let's look at the future. We do have hope here for the future, but what else do we have here in the future? Abundance with the cowrie shells. So there's abundance there, which can mean money and stuff. And heart love. There's your love card again.
There's
There
my
is love
again.
and abundance and hope for the future when it comes to and it's almost like whether or not we separate or not, there's something new for Alberta, hoping that we get our just rewards. Maybe we get more fairness, hopefully. Hope. All right.
Hopefully,
and more love toward, but also the future shows a little bit about what's needed, and we need to have more love. People like coming together, not being separated. We're always separated in everything, and the rainbow shows that. How about we come together, one love, right, in some way? But what did you get for the future?
You know what? That is so interesting that you talked about abundance, because I got infinite abundance.
Abundance. Come on.
And I got abundance is pouring into your lives. And I also got answering the call, which is the time is now. And it's interesting that you had said, because, it was the heart and pulling things together. Because if you remember, the fellow travelers, that was also my 5 card. It was grouping your people, having your people, support is all around you. And my abundance card. And then this was, answering the call, meaning that it is time for Alberta to stand together. Standing together, that there are the people that are with you, and answering your call is that there's no more. And that's interesting, because where the Christmas card in the flow right now, and for the present, interesting, because this was the next card in answering the call, is the time is immediate. So it's in the future, but it's before the month end, before, or really early January, that kind of thing. And that was exactly what spoke to me, was that the call is now, the time for the decision and to move forward is the time is now. And then to go along with your card in the infinite abundance is that whichever way, that abundance is going to be brought back to us. We are going to get what belongs to us, and not having to send it every which way. And it's interesting, because I also got the feeling is that we are going to stop sending everything that is important to us away from us.
Yeah.
So that is so cool.
Yeah. So all in all, I just have a feeling that I feel like it's too much trouble or too much like for Alberta to actually separate from Canada. I just feel like that's a really big task that
Mm-hmm.
likely, mathematically speaking, logically probably won't happen, but this is a lot of turning point for Albertans to start to, like we said, come
Wake up.
together,
Yeah.
work together more, show that
Mm-hmm.
Alberta spirit again, like back when the Oilers were around in the 80s. We used to go to Gretzky games and
Yes.
Messier and all that. There was
Yeah.
something very special about feeling proud about our Alberta proud.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a motto
Yes.
somewhere. I've seen a
That
banner,
is. Yes, it is.
right?
Yep.
Never
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting that back.
Yeah.
And maybe making some changes where it's a little more fair to Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's still all that, school stuff still going on too, right? Like, there's just so much stuff
Mm-hmm.
going on in Alberta. And Alberta in
Mm-hmm.
Chinese astrology Alberta is the snake year, and we are in a snake year in 2025, which lasts
Mm-hmm.
until February 17th. So from now until
Yeah.
February 17th, we are at the last. Oh, and just a big wind with snow just blew by as I'm saying that. We are at the last hurrah where some kind, like you said, with your cards too, a decision is being made. And I think there is
Mm-hmm.
some really big decisions here, and they may not feel perfectly great with the caution either.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we
Mm-hmm.
do need to have that love, never give up, motivation with
Mm-hmm.
each other, coming together in abundance, and hope together, and making us a rainbow where all the colors are together now and not separated anymore. Like, is separating from Canada the answer? I don't think so. We're just going to bring the problems to the new thing. The problem lies with us as
Right.
the people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How we interact with each other, and
Mm-hmm.
celebrating our achievements, and um, you know, that's sort of what I'm getting
I
from
agree
this.
because that is, and viewing, like looking at the big picture. And I
Hmm.
definitely, like, there was goosebumps there in that it's all of us pulling back together and recognizing that we're Alberta strong. We're
Yeah.
not Canada strong. We are Alberta strong, and that we've had enough as a people, and that us binding together and doing that, and that your support is all around you, and that if you take Canada out of it, in the sense, like not taking them out, but understanding that we're building a province that is so key. And we're tired of being, as you said, and I've heard that term a lot, is that we're tired of being prostituted. We're
Mhm.
tired of all of our stuff, all of our resources being sent everywhere else. And a lot of what drives it is there is a lot of the unions that drive it. There is a lot of, we're going to go and save everybody else, but people are starting to wake up and realize we have to save ourselves.
Exactly. We have to save ourselves. Um,
Yeah,
and that's a big thing. That's what I'm thinking, like whether or not we stay or go, the problem still exists. So it starts with
correct.
yeah.
This reading was brought to you by the Cards and Stars Academy. Come join us for a free trial. Link in the description below.